Last week, David Copperfield, who is a master illusionist, told us that he had found the Fountain of Youth on an island he'd recently bought in the Bahamas. Apparently, dead leaves will come alive and dying insects will fly again as soon as they're dipped in its holy waters. But even this didn't excite the internet nearly as much as the new website from Irish engineering company Stiorn, who claim to have rewritten the laws of physics completely. They think that they've made something that can produce energy from nothing, and that in future this thing will be able to power your car, mobile phone, and by then probably automated rocket. We'd have thought this whole thing was a joke, but then in a double-page advert in this week's Economist magazine, they challenged the scientific community to put forward 12 physicists to test whatever it is they've made. There's the man who runs the project and the CEO of Stiorn, Sean McCarthy, on their promotional video.
The technology is the ability to construct certain magnetic fields. When you travel around the magnetic field, starting and stopping at the same position, you've suffered a net gain of energy.
I still wasn't sure where I really stood on this whole thing, so I decided to give Sean a call. So Sean, as a physicist...
Well, I have to point out, I'm not a physicist.
Okay, how did you come up with this amazing technology?
It actually fell out of another project. I mean, we've worked primarily in the anti-fraud area, and in you know, doing forensics work for ATM fraud and so on, and we were looking at
CCTV.
how to power CCTV cameras.
And Sean, how exactly would it work?
Well, I guess that the first thing to say is you know what is the challenge about? Well, quite simply the principle of the conservation of energy, which is probably the most fundamental critical.
Sorry, Sean. Can't hear you at the moment.
It can only change form.
Just got a train coming past.
You take the energy in a coal and convert it into heat energy.
Hello, Sean.
What we found is we've been able to develop certain magnetic fields.
Can you just stop talking, Sean, for a second? We just got a train, got a couple of trains now coming past.
The energy is coming from that source. And so
yeah, Sean. I mean, you can keep talking, but I honestly I can't hear you at all.
Specifically the first source of thermodynamics. What does that mean? What it means is it produces excess mechanical energy, motive energy.
Sorry, this doesn't normally happen actually. Just this train is particularly long. Yeah, it's still just going past now. Quite a long train. A number of carriages. Right, we're just going past now. Can you repeat that, please, Sean?
Well, I guess
sorry,
the first thing to say,
Sean, there's
you know, what
oh God, there's another train just coming past.
The principle of the conservation of energy, which is
yeah, there's a different train this time.
Well, fundamentally, you could view it as an electric motor, which you don't connect wires to, and it literally the net result of the technology is a motor that requires no recourse to external energy.
Perfect. All right. Thanks a lot, Sean. Bye. Well, I understood that completely, but a few of you might still be having trouble. So with that in mind, I'm going to dress up as a matador. Again. The matador is moving towards the salon. Here is the hairdresser, or us, who again needs to get his or our hands on some hair, which this time represents energy. The hairdresser has just finished cutting a man's hair, but he isn't happy, as he has actually had to pay this man for his hair. The matador, who represents the invention, is offering free hair, or energy. But there's no need for the hairdresser to actually cut his hair. Instead, he rotates the red cape around the miniature bulls, or magnets, which are affixed to the matador's cap, or magnetic coil. All he needs to do is stop for a moment every full circle, and the miniature bulls create free energy or falling hair for us or the hairdresser all day in the salon or on the planet Earth forever. The matador asks for no money whatsoever. In fact, he actually pays the hairdresser some money. The hairdresser can now charge his mobile phone for free with the hair he has garnered. He is a happy man. I never trust what I come across on the internet. On my daily trawl through the vlogs and blogs, I never fail to come across lies such as this.
Music sucks nowadays.
And then this morning, I came across this.
Oh my gossip! Well, today you will be understanding that we could just seen Big Brother on the TV screen, and Nikki from Big Brother was going out with Pete from Big Brother, but now she's going out with Rasputin.
Thankfully, I'm not alone. According to a survey compiled by Telecom Express last week, the British public trusts newspapers and TV a whole lot more than blogs. Rather more worryingly, 66% of those interviewed said they trusted the TV as much as their friends and family. But then again, I got that information off a website, so I've only got a 36% chance of trusting it. But then again, this show is on a website, so can you trust anything I'm saying about the website that I receive the information about websites from? I'd say you have about a 4% chance of even existing. Well, that's the end of the show. Just remember to follow our 3-point manifesto for next week. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, visit our blog, and send me bumblebees.
Edward Woodward, he would have, should, would, could, would, but he couldn't because he didn't have sex with Nelson Mandela.